one of the best in the National Football League on off the field, is joining us right here, right now to kick things off for the 10-3 AFC North leading Pittsburgh Steelers, the reigning Walter Payton Man of the Year Award winner, Cam Heyward, back here on the Rich Eisen Show. Great to see you, Cam. How you doing, sir?
Great to see you too, Mr. Eisen. How you been?
I'm doing fine. Are you zooming in from the Not Just Football podcast with Cam Heyward set right now? Is that what you're set up?
I am. Right here in the environment. It's a good place to be.
How do you enjoy doing that? Do you like doing it?
I enjoy doing it a lot. I've been trying to get you on. I'm just trying to figure out a week you're not busy.
Well, Cam, I'm right back at you, by the way. Anytime. You know that. You've been always so kind to me, and I'll do it anytime you want. So
besides Michigan week, Ohio State.
Yeah, I don't think you want a piece of me right about now in that regard.
I heard.
Yeah. I've been doing a lot of talking with my chest now. But let's talk about your team. You guys are balling out right now. Walk me. You've been in locker rooms, 11-0 locker rooms in Pittsburgh. Where does this one rank right now for you, Cam?
Man, when you look at this team, we have a really good patient offense. With Russ at the helm. Having Najee run the ball, George Pickens, Pat Freiermuth, sprinkling some Jalen Warren in there, and an offensive line that just keeps growing. On the other side of the ball, you got a defense that's just hungrier than ever. We are hopefully gearing up for, a stretch drive right here. But, you got TJ, myself, Minka, Alex Highsmith, Patrick Queen, Dante Jackson, Joey Porter Jr. We got a multitude of guys that, are all just trying to make a name for ourselves as a defense. And then you jump on the other side and you got our opportunistic special teams. I can't say enough about how good they've been this year. Miles Killebrew, Chris Boswell being accurate as ever. We have a complete team, and, that's showing up on Sundays.
And then obviously your coach, who I adore. And I just want to get to this crucial part of your season, certainly from my position, sitting here in front of a microphone talking about it for a living. When Justin Fields is 4-2 and then gets switched out for Russ, I was sitting here saying, why change? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You got a 4-2 kid here making the most of his opportunity, and then they switch it. Obviously, Mike has the ability to do something like that and the foresight to do it. But you clearly didn't know. Nobody knew that Russ was going to play in the manner in which he is, and then go 6-1 after that with lots more to go. That's my long windup. Here's my question. It's like, what was it like, though, for you, veteran, on the defensive side of the ball? What was happening in that locker room when Mike made that switch, Cam?
I think he approached it in a way where Mike T was transparent to begin with. He said, we have two quarterbacks that could start anywhere, and I'm going to give Russ an opportunity here. The thing he asked from everybody was make him look right in his decision, and that's our job week in and week out. So there was never a question of us questioning what he wanted. It's just we got to make this guy look right. And Russ and Justin have handled it beautifully. They're always communicating. They're always talking. And we understand that we're going to need both these guys to get to where we want to get to.
So Mike just came in and said, did he announce it? That, hey, we're switching to quarterback? He did. He did?
Yeah.
In a team meeting in front of everybody?
Team meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did he, in fact, say, make me look right? Is that what he said, Cam, or you said that?
I think we said it, but it was along those lines. But I think, I think for the most part, Mike T is like, I make the decisions. It's up to us to make them look right in those.
Okay, give me an example, Cam, because we saw it on Hard Knocks a couple weeks ago with Nick Herbig, another kid on your defensive side of the ball, balling out, where Mike was hyping him up all week to go against Zeus Brown of Cincinnati, and hyping him up and saying, they got this guy because Highsmith was basically abusing the line, and it's your job now. This is your job this week. I want to see it from you. And then Herbig comes up with the big sack, forced fumble, big, huge play for you guys, and it happened. And I was sitting here saying that this is a point of why he's such a great coach, to tell a team, this is the way it's going to go. And if you execute, we will win when it goes this way. And then it happens. Did he ever do that with you, Cam? You got a good example in your career where Mike did that maybe early on in your career, told you this is the way it's going to go. Not even if it's just you with the team that just sticks out with you. This is the way it's going to go, and it went that way.
I think it's come to like that a lot, not just in my career, but a lot of guys, over the years, even looking back at the Nick Herbig situation, it wasn't just hyping, it was manifesting. It was telling Nick that you're capable of doing everything you want on that field once we get to Sunday. I talk about, we've had, I remember one year playing Baltimore, and we were just talking about it's your contemporaries, not only your position, but your contemporaries you play against, and they can't live together. And I remember it was funny. We were talking about Najee versus Patrick Queen. Mike T talked about both of you guys can't remain in the AFC North. And look how it worked out. We now have Najee and Patrick Queen in the AFC North for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So it's fun to see those comparisons he brings up. And it's a level of competition, but it's also a level of, man, we got to get this now if we want to get to where we want to go.
Year 14 for you, Cam Heyward. Give me the time where you realized TJ Watt could be special on the line with you.
I would say, his rookie year, he was playing on the right side. I know he didn't enjoy it as much because he has all the love on the left side, but on the right side, he was the way we would communicate, the way he was an upper level thinker at such a young age, you kind of knew he was already special. The way he communicated with stunts, the way he was approaching the game, the way he asked questions. And then now you just watch year in and year out. You can't say enough good things about his study habits, the way he prepares for a game, the way he dissects an offensive line, quarterback, and you're not surprised once you get to Sunday.
And just take me, if you don't mind, into the defensive line room for a week like this. You got Jalen Hurts, you got Saquon Barkley, right? And obviously, you're on the west side of the state, they're on the east side of the state. There's only one trophy at the end of the day here, right?
Yeah.
But walk me through, what is it like in the defensive line room on a week like this, you and Highsmith and Watt and the rest of these guys, knowing that you can truly affect the final outcome of this game as a unit, Cameron?
Well, Mike T already said to us, he was like, get ready for the state championship of Pennsylvania. So we're looking forward to that. But I think as a defensive line, you relish this opportunity. You want to play against the best. Saquon is the best running back in the National Football League right now. Every week there's a different highlight of him. Not to mention a strong offensive line, three great wide receivers in Dotson, Smith, and Brown. And distributing that is, MVP type of quarterback in Hurts. So we relish this opportunity to play against these guys. We understand it's a big, tall task, but we embrace that. And, it comes down to our level of prep during the week, and then we get to have fun on Sundays.
And then we all know what happens if, the Eagles need 1 yard, right? Half a yard. We all know what's coming. How do you handle what's coming, Cam? Because it's coming right at you, pretty much. I mean, you are right in the middle of this.
I think the main thing we can do, we got to stay low. We got to drive our feet. Most of the time you see these guys that dive, they just lunge. And, it's that second wave, the tush push that usually gets you. So, it's not just going to be the D-line. Linebackers got to be able to fall over top. It is a group effort. Once you stop that, they've got another play off of that. So we're going to have our hands full, but looking forward to it.
Cameron Heyward here on the Rich Eisen Show, the reigning Walter Payton Man of the Year Award winner right here on the program. 32 men got named as finalists, nominees for this year's Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. What is your message to those gentlemen that have been so honored, Cam?
I think my message is, as players, we are competitive, and we all want to win. But over my times being nominated, you start to realize it's not about even winning. It's about recognizing what the great work we're doing across the country, and being thankful to be amongst that group. When I won, I almost didn't feel worthy because there are a lot of guys doing a lot of great work. And so you appreciate, being amongst those guys, and just keep doing the work. We don't do it for the notoriety. We do it because we want to help out others.
And when you see that patch on your jersey and you're putting it on, you see it hanging in your locker every single week, what do you think of?
I think about the village that helps get it done. Not just me, my mom, my family, my teammates, the community of Pittsburgh and Atlanta where I grew up. Everybody's had a hand in me, succeeding off the field, but on the field and off the field. And we do it together. And so when my foundation succeeds and we're able to help out people, it's because of the village gets it done.
And, Whitworth won it. Calais has won it. I know the MVP is a quarterback-driven award, right? Is this a line award? The Walter Payton Man of the Year? Not to get competitive here, is this a trenches award? Cam, what do you think here?
I wish we had a trenches award. That might be something you need to work up up the ranks. But I'd be selfish if I said it was a trenches award with a Walter Payton Man of the Year.
I know. See, I shouldn't divide. I should unite here. But that's the mood I'm in right now. Cam, is there anything else you want to talk about before I let you go today? Anything that's on your mind? Anything? How
do you feel about the college playoff?
Well. See, this man's a smart man. Did you see what he just did right there? He wants to talk about the college football playoff because guess who's not in it? Oh, you see what I'm saying?
Wait, Michigan didn't make it.
I wasn't even referring to that.
Oh, is that right?
I just feel bad for teams like Oregon. They win the whole year and they got the hardest schedule, if you look at it, to make it to the national championship. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Well, I mean, is that because they have to play the winner of Tennessee, The Ohio State University? Is that your point right there?
Yes.
Because, I mean, here's the thing. We did have Ward Manuel, the college football playoff selection committee chair, said that they just ranked them 1 through 12, and then just the way it all wound up is 1 plays the winner of 8, 9. Right? Like that's what 1 does. And then 2 plays the other winners. And that's the way it worked. So that's what he said.
For me, I think you should, you guarantee the spot if you win your conference championship, but that shouldn't be indicative of you getting a first round bye. Right. So then that way you clean that up and you reward the teams for what they've done in the season.
So where would you place Ohio State then, Cam? Where would you place
I
them?
do not think they'd be in the top 4 to get a first round bye, but I think they'd be in that 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 range right there.
Well, and here's the way I would do it. But again, the NCAA tournament for basketball doesn't do it, but the NFL gets it right as far as I'm concerned. See, I mean that you reseed, you don't reseed. Yes. You basically the bracket isn't just the winner of this game plays the bye week team here. The top seed plays the lowest seeded team that emerges from wild card weekend. I kind of dig that, the way that works.
I dig that a lot too. That would be my guess that happens in the future, hopefully.
Okay. And we'll see. I don't know, but good luck against Tennessee, Cam. I wish you the best of luck in that game.
Thank you. We got some work to do.
Well, you do because, somebody from the Big Ten's got to keep the tradition of winning the national championship going that Michigan started last year, Cam. Somebody's got to do it. There's
wow.
There's 4 Big Ten teams.
Is it a tradition after 1 year?
It sure is now. Yeah, I would call it that. Yeah, it's got to start somewhere, right, Cam?
Okay.
It's got to start 1 year at a time, 1 week at a time. You know that. I used to have
traditions when I was in college, too. I remember those.
Well, we're out of time. Geez, look at the time. Cam, I appreciate everything that you've done. And anytime you come on this program, I look forward to watching you ball out the rest of the year, and best of luck. I'll just ask you this question as I send you out the door. What would it mean for you to win the Super Bowl in year 14 in Pittsburgh, PA, and have a parade in that Steeler-loving city, Cam Heyward?
I think it would just mean we fulfilled a dream that's been not only mine, but not even the team, but everybody in this community. And so hopefully we can live up to that.
And I'm sure you're ready to look up there in Philadelphia and see those towels, right? I understand where you're going,
of course.
But, right?
Yeah.
There'll be enough. You probably got some that live in Philadelphia. You never know. Right?
Oh yeah, and they'll make the drive. That's an easy drive.
It's an easy drive. Take care of yourself, Cam Heyward, and everybody. And please, I would love to be on your pod for real.
Okay,
sounds
good.
Let's connect. Not just football with Cam Heyward on SB Nation. Everybody, check that one out and check out Cam in Philadelphia this weekend for the 10-3 Pittsburgh Steelers. Thanks again, bud.
Thank you.
Right here on the Rich Eisen Show, Cam Heyward. Everybody, there he goes. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.